Welcome to Real Estate Espresso, a 15-minute cup of joe with Mike and Kat discussing the latest trends, topics, and news in real estate technology to help enhance you and your brokerage's success in real estate. In this episode today, we're going to take some time to introduce ourselves and really what Real Estate Espresso is all about. Let's start off by introducing ourselves. Mike, can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you're doing here today?
Sure. I mean, I hate to talk about myself, Kat, so this is going to be difficult for me. But my name is Mike Stuart. I am the CEO of Lead City. And my background is mostly in SaaS or software as a service types of companies. I've had the privilege of being in executive leadership for many years. And so instead of going through my entire resume, I'll just give you some highlights. What a lot of people don't know about me is that my degree in college is actually in theology. And so people go, what? Yeah, I say, yeah, I actually became a pastor right out of college. That's what brought me to Iowa, actually, which I'm very thankful for. Love growing my kids here, and it's just been a great place for us. But it was also where I decided to shift out of ministry and to start my own technology business. And because of a couple of partners that I teamed up with to start this business, we had a relationship with Iowa State University. And I was able to go in there, and they had stacks of technology and inventions and things that needed to be commercialized. And we really sifted through there, and we found some key software as a service types of technologies that interested us. And we partnered with that inventor, and we wrapped the business around that entrepreneur. I shouldn't say entrepreneur, inventor, because a lot of them were grad students or professors who didn't have time to run a business but had a great idea. And that was what kind of jump-started our business. I was actually able to lead one of those companies through a successful exit, and then that company eventually went public. And then I jumped into another company and led that to a successful exit. But that one really helped me cut my teeth in the real estate market because it was centered around taking submittals or the job plans for a commercial building site and having the general contractors and architects work together on how to build that property. And if there were any change orders or anything that needed to happen, traditionally in the old school method, you would print off these huge rolls of plans and you'd make changes and then have to copy them and send them to the architect and things like that. We had a patent on doing this all electronically. And so it was a great rapid growth company. And then we ended up selling that company. But that's really got me started into real estate. To kind of jump to the end here, as I'm taking a lot of time, sorry. I had a former salesperson reach out to me, and he said, hey, Mike, I worked for you 20 some years ago. I loved your business model. I loved your leadership. And he said, I have been a real estate broker, and I developed my own software to run a brokerage. He said, there's really nothing like this in the market. And he said, I really would be interested in you leading this company. And he knew I was pretty good at starting and growing businesses and trying to get that trajectory, that what they call a hockey stick curve, right? Where your growth slowly grows and then starts to take off when you get a lot of traction. And I kind of pride myself in that, and I took a deep look at what he had developed, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And so that's what led me to Lead City. It's that person was a salesperson for me, came back 20 years later and says, let's work together again. And I'm glad he did. His name's Aaron Jones. We'll maybe talk about him a little bit more. But I'm very excited to be a part of Lead City. And here we go. So that's a little bit about me.
Yep.
How about you? Let's Mike, stop talking, and Kat, you take over.
Oh, yeah. I was just thinking there for a little bit. You like to refer to me as the queen of marketing, but really I think you're the king of SaaS.
Nice.
Just kind of hearing a little bit more about your background and everything, the history of Mike. But back to kind of who I am. My name is Katie Van Sloun, but you can call me Kat. That's what Mike calls me, and everybody around Lead City here calls me. And I'm a marketing manager here. I have been working with Mike for about 3 years now. He was kind enough to hire me straight out of college. I graduated from Iowa State University. And Mike and I worked together. We really clicked. He's a great boss. I'll just go ahead and throw him that plug right there. I'm sure Aaron would probably agree since, he was a long-term sales rep. But yeah, Mike explained to me about this opportunity he had here at Lead City, and I was excited to dive into the real estate industry. It's something that always was interesting to me. And here I just wear a multitude of hats. I enjoy multitasking and kind of diving in and doing everything under the sun when it comes to marketing. Marketing itself is just such a broad job role, from brand design, website creation, SEO strategy, product development, lead generation, graphic design, social media, you name it. Under the sun of marketing, I kind of enjoy doing it. I guess it's my job. I do it 40 hours a week. So that's kind of how I got started here at Lead City, and also how Mike and I got connected. As far as how we ended up starting this whole process of Real Estate Espresso is that every day at 9 a.m., Mike and I have a stand-up meeting. And Mike and I are both coffee fanatics. You'll see both of us coming to the meetings with our coffee cups, and pretty frequently one of us will be running late because we're just waiting for our coffee to finish brewing. So we wanted to invite you guys into these conversations because every morning we'll kind of share and debrief on what we learned or what we had been working on the day before. And I think there's a lot of value into the conversations that Mike and I have. So we wanted to turn that into some interesting content. Maybe when you log into your office in the morning, we'd love to greet you and welcome you to the workday with a cup of joe, and just some of the different topics that are happening in real estate that Mike and I are processing through.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks, Kat. I know, and you're right. You are the marketing queen. I do refer to you as that. And you teach me a ton every day, just because I am slow to adopt some technology. Even you will experience this, Kat, as you get older, I'm sure. But definitely love learning from you. But what would you say you like most about marketing, especially for Lead City? I mean, is it the creativity? You just listed off a bunch of things that you do. And I assume that if you were, I know you enough to know that you would not, thrive in a role where you're doing the one thing repetitively over and over again, because you get to dabble in a lot of things. Is that what kind of gets you excited about it? And then how do you think your experience can benefit real estate brokers and agents?
Yeah, so I absolutely love the challenge of helping people and communicating valuable information. So when I look at marketing, I think how can I reach and get the attention of these people to know this important information? And with real estate brokers and agents, it's such an interesting industry to market in because there's already so much noise and so much clutter and thousands of emails sitting in an inbox and just everything under the sun that's already kind of happening. So I love the challenge of how can I push through that noise and improve the lives of brokers and real estate agents. And that's truly what I think we're doing here at Lead City, is helping agents and brokers get back their life. Yes, and I think I bring a multitude of points and value to Lead City and to this conversation. One, just bringing the perspective of somebody who is a Gen Zer, who's part of that up and coming generation of new real estate agents that brokerages are trying to hire and attract, or even we're the future home buyers. And then also, of course, as just a professional marketer, I am always looking to stay ahead of different trends and algorithms, and I think I can really bring a unique perspective and ideas on lead generation to the real estate industry.
Certainly. Yep.
So that's why I do what I do.
And I'm glad you do.
Thank you for hiring me. Mike, as you have mentioned, Aaron reached out to you about helping him grow Lead City. Let's dive a little bit more into that. What was kind of the driving force behind him starting Lead City, and kind of what was that conversation like when he was like, hey, I have this idea, or I've been working on this? Kind of take us through what that was like for you.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Honestly, from his perspective, it was just sheer frustration. I mean, he was struggling to find the systems and the processes that he needed from a technology perspective to make transactions and lead flow and all these things work together. And there wasn't anything out there at the time to help him do that. I mean, we have a quote on our website where he says, I wasn't able to make progress with my own brokerage until I was able to break free from the daily grind. And when he refers to the daily grind, he's talking about just what it took to manage all the agents and the transactions and the compliance and all of that. And I think it kind of boils down to our mission statement. When we first started working together on Lead City, I took us through this exercise, and we spent quite a bit of time talking about our vision and our values and why does Lead City exist, right? So we came up with this mission statement. It's very simple. Our mission is to provide an all-in-one brokerage platform that is simple to use, loved by agents, and makes brokers' lives easier. It took us a long time to come to that little concise sentence, but let me dive into it a little bit more. Our company mission is to provide an all-in-one platform that simplifies the lives of brokers and real estate agents, enabling them to achieve greater success with less stress. That was important to us, right? We know from Aaron's perspective how stressful being a broker could be. So we equip agents and brokers with an easy-to-use, comprehensive platform that simplifies technology, saving time and money. So our goal here is to empower real estate professionals by giving them complete control of their brokerage rather than being controlled by the brokerage. So providing a simplified tech solution, we aim to revolutionize the intense grind of the real estate industry and enable brokers and agents to find success and happiness. I know that kind of sounds cliche, but it's true. When you're in your world and your business, and if you find success and you're more efficient and you're productive, you're going to have less stress. You're going to be happier. So we're dedicated to making the journey of being a real estate broker and agent simpler so that you can truly enjoy work and lead a fulfilling professional life. So that's a lot, but you asked the question about why he got started. I think that boils down to all of those components that I just mentioned. So that's what we do every day, and that's what we have to keep in front of us as a team and as a company. Now, having said that, a part of the reason that we're doing some of these videos, Real Estate Espresso, is the challenge that we face on how to communicate what an all-in-one system is. It sounds easy, but it's not easy to do because people, you say, hey, we have an all-in-one platform. They have something in their mind about what that is, but when they see it, when they truly have the demonstration, they go, oh my gosh, now that's what it is. It's so much more than what I thought it was. And it's hard to kind of, put that together in your mind until you actually sit down and see it. So hopefully some of these videos and the fact that we're bringing in all kinds of ideas and tech and resources will allow people to see who we truly are and how we're different.
Yep, absolutely. And Mike, just to kind of even advocate a little bit more, I think as far as who you are as a person, work-life balance is so important to you. I've read many articles written by you about you addressing the importance and value of having that work-life balance. And that's something that I think is so common that we don't see in real estate agents and brokers. Is it's so hard to manage that because of the daily grind of being a real estate agent or in the real estate profession. So really, I would say that work-life balance, it's in the DNA of Lead City. We really want that for any of our users, but just even taking a step back and looking at the real estate industry in general, we want to help improve the work-life balance of the real estate industry in general, not just the users of Lead City. So that's kind of what Real Estate Espresso is. It's our way of driving home our mission statement for people who are users of Lead City or people who are not, just so that they know the tools and resources available to simplify their life, that are loved by agents and makes brokers' lives easier. That's really what we're here and what we're trying to talk about. This isn't just a sales or marketing ploy, although it'd be great if you wanted to learn a little bit more about Lead City. We really are here just to provide you some value and to hopefully make your life better. Let's talk a little bit more about what you can expect from Real Estate Espresso. So there's just a couple of points. I've kind of developed a template of what you can expect from each episode. So the very first thing is it's only going to be 10 to 15 minutes in length. We understand that you are busy and you've got a full schedule each day. So we want this to just be something that's sitting in your inbox in the mornings that you can grab a cup of coffee and just sit down and have a conversation and listen to what Mike and I are kind of processing and thinking through of whatever's going on in the real estate industry, and hoping just to bring you some value. Every episode will start off by answering a question that a real estate broker or an agent may have, that Mike and I will try to kind of formulate the best answer that we can come up with. And then also giving like a realistic case study of what is a real life situation that you can take this question and apply it to. And then giving a couple key points of what our main takeaways are that we can do within that 10 to 15 minute length. So we always want your feedback, whether that is just leaving us a comment on the video, liking a video, or even sharing it with a friend. That would be so helpful. We are always looking for feedback. Or even new topic ideas. So to kind of wrap up this introduction episode, I asked Mike to bring his favorite coffee mug for show and tell. So Mike, what did you bring for today?
I have I love my wife mug. This is a little old and outdated. Not my wife. Don't tell her I said that. I'm talking about the mug. As you can see, it's got a lot of wear and tear on it here. But I've had this mug for a long time, and it's not that I need a reminder. It's just that I'm, letting everyone know.
I love that.
That I love my wife.
That's good, and you do.
How about you? What kind of mug do you have?
Yeah, so I have the bride mug. I just got engaged about a month and a half ago. So you'll have to send me the link if there's an Amazon link to your I love my wife mug, and I'll be sending it to my fiance because he'll be needing that.
Well, I was kind of wondering if you were going to say anything about your personal life there and your new engagement. Just go ahead and put the ring up there. Show us. Let's see what it looks like.
I mean, since you asked,
okay,
this light is probably making it look really good too.
No, I can't. Put it down. Now, do you have anything else in your past life, that you were involved in, or anything like that you want to share?
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, Mike.
I'm just going to say, were you a beauty queen at one point?
I don't like to talk about this. I really don't, but it's okay. I'll let you guys in since Mike brought it up. Mm-hmm. So I actually competed for Miss Iowa Teen USA when I was in high school. It was a really large part of actually me being able to afford going to college. It was a great opportunity for me. I learned a lot of skills. I learned a lot about public speaking, being I almost said uncomfortable in front of a camera. Sometimes that's true, but no, learning how to be comfortable speaking in front of a camera, and yeah.
So did you have to have a special talent? Like, did you have one particular talent that you did? Were you like a baton twirler or anything like that?
Yeah, so actually, no. This sounds bad. I didn't have a talent, though. So in pageants, there's two different kind of systems. So I was in one of the systems that did not require talent. Part of it was I played volleyball very competitively. So, in a sense, my talent was volleyball, which is you can't really show in a pageant. So, well. Yeah. Mike, I'm going to pick on you now.
Okay.
Let's talk about your crazy life. Yeah. I know you are just the proudest grandpa, and it's so sweet. I love when you have pictures
old?
to show me.
Can you see the gray in my hair?
No.
Yeah.
Not over a Zoom call.
Right.
At least.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your family, though. I know you're a big family guy.
Yes. Yeah, I'm very proud of my family. I'm very blessed, but my wife and I have been married 31, approaching 32 years, and we have five amazing kids. We have 4 boys in that order, and all about 2 years apart. And so we had 4 boys, and we figured, you know what, chances are we're going to have another boy. So we ended up adopting a little girl from Korea who's our pride and joy, our little girl. She's 17 now and thinking about college. And so we did end up getting our girl after all. She's beautiful and wonderful. And then you're right. Thank you for mentioning my grandkids. I have 2 granddaughters, Margot and Lainey, and just found out that my second son is expecting, and they just found out the sex of the baby, and it'll be our first boy of the family. So, woo-hoo. Number 3 on the way, little boy. Don't have any names picked out yet, but excited to see the grandson.
Aw, that's so exciting, man.
Yep.
That'll be me someday.
It will. Sooner than you probably realize. You never know. And I tell you what, it's one of those things that I keep telling my kids, just cherish it every day and just thank God for the blessing of children. And it's been wonderful. So thanks for asking.
Yeah. Wow. I think that is just a great note to end today's conversation on. Thank you so much for joining us, and we're already looking forward to continuing this conversation, and we hope you'll join us in our next episode. Have a great rest of your day. Cheers.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and share this video, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you have any topics you think we should cover next, please let us know in the comments, or you can email us at info@leadcity.com. We would love to hear from you. This conversation was brought to you by Lead City, a real estate lifecycle solution. From the initial lead to the final signature of a closing, Lead City provides a simple solution that allows you to manage your entire brokerage from one easy-to-use application. Cut the technology cost of your brokerage to a fraction of your current expenses. Increase productivity of your agents by 2 to 3 times. And get back your life and peace of mind with Lead City.